Hello, guys. Welcome to Football with Brownie. Oh, look a state of me. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading the love during this pandemic. And guys, come on, we have to spread the love to my co-hosts here, Dea and Tufty, who thought it was going home, but it's actually going to Rome. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And this is also I, to be honest, I think it's quite apt, really, or apt, however you want to pronounce it. But on a final daily Euro daily roundup, it also marks 1,000 subscribers for the channel, and I couldn't do it without. Well, we couldn't do it without the help of everybody, both as guests and people in the chat and enjoying the content. Enjoying the content as much as I'm putting it out. Half of it is absolute bollocks, but the other half is quite good. But anyway, dear Nathan, how are you feeling today, my friends?
Yeah, fine, mate. Fine, just a game of football, mate. At the end of the day, I predicted the Italians would win the tournament at the start. They did what I expected. I did obviously hope for England to overturn them with some of the good performances that England put in during the tournament. Overall, Gareth Southgate done a good job, but he fucked it up yesterday, in my opinion.
Hang on, we got. Have anyone seen Jack Grealish's tweet?
Yeah,
that's good.
What did he say about the penalty?
Talk about throwing a manager and the bus and before 24 hours is that?
Well, did you? Well, he said that he would have took a penalty. But Gareth Southgate,
ITV, just in case anyone hasn't seen it, ITV done a tweet which included Roy Keane saying that you had Grealish and Sterling sitting on their backsides while a young guy goes up and takes a penalty. Well, Grealish then reacted to that and said, "Hang on, I told the manager I wanted to take a penalty. It was his decision, but I wasn't to take it." And it's all blown up from that, really.
But you can't blame that. You can't blame Grealish for saying that. He's getting picked on. He's got the right to say that if that's the case.
Well, Nathan, right? Hang on, Nathan. Stephen, you knew that Nathan had another channel as well. I didn't know this until last night.
That's a piss up channel. That's just to get pissed and talk about shit.
Hang on,
that sounds like Football with Brownie.
Channel.
What?
You were watch along channel is a sleep along channel.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. There's been a few sleep alongs on that, but don't worry. That channel's getting more professional now, as it.
Nate, you know yourself. We were talking about 4:00 in the morning, and I sent over the press conference, Southgate press conference, where he openly admits that that it was his choice to take a penalty.
Well, there's
someone or a few people are saying no.
Yeah,
that he's just protecting his players, and
he's
which I would, if I'm honest with you, looking back now, I thought that was the tactic. But now Grealish has come out of that; it's completely against.
I wish, and I'm going to say disgraceful from the England fans who rioted Wembley.
Well, we'll talk about that anyway.
Sorry,
we got another guy just come in now.
All right.
Okay. As per usual, Norway are behind the times, 15 minutes late. How are you, Sam?
Brownie, you were 15 minutes late.
I know. I was 15 minutes late as well. How are you, Sam? You good?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
Yeah, how are you feeling from yesterday?
Oh, it's a bit gutty, isn't it? Of course it is, but it was. I mean, it's always terrible to lose on penalties. It's always such a gutting way to lose, isn't it? But at the end of the day, it was. We just gave it to him. At the end of the day, that was the thing for me. We started well, and then when he subbed out Trippier and started bringing on Henderson, it was just like giving it to him, and we just sat deep and just let them attack us. And like Daya said earlier, just Southgate just completely fucked it up and just let them come at us, and that's not the way you play Italy. You got to press them high. You got to pressurize them, and that's what we did when we started with Trippier and Shaw going down the wings, and we pressed them a lot higher, and that was effective. We got that goal in 2 minutes, but for some weird reason, we just started sitting deeper and deeper, and just let them come at us, and that's just with the Italians. That's just playing right into their hands. I just couldn't get my head around that, and then the huge advantage we have against them being an older team at the back, getting more tired. The last 20 minutes, you think, okay, now you bring on Sancho, you bring on Saka, you bring on Grealish, and that's it. You attack them with the speed. But no, we bring on Henderson. Fucking don't bring on Sancho or Rashford until the last minute of extra time, because they're going to take penalties, which, by the way, both of them missed. But, I just thought tactically, Southgate got it very, very wrong yesterday. He really did. And it's such a shame because for the whole tournament, he's been getting it right and, playing the same team basically each game, and it's been working well. But what he decided to do yesterday, he did a lot of weird things yesterday. Yeah.
Well, if I can follow that up, the guys have been with me most of this tournament, and I'm sure they would back me up when I say this. I know Steve would, because he has agreed with it most of the time. I have always had the question marks about the Italian defence because they were in Wales' group, remember? I knew they wouldn't get tested in the group, and I'd include Wales on that. How you get at the Italian defence is pace.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a modern game. Whether people like it or not, that is a modern game. Pace, 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 pace. And England had pace in abundance, and still have, obviously. They made that count in the first few minutes of the game. Why didn't they make that count for the remaining 85 minutes?
Exactly. And at least the last 20 minutes. And at least when you're getting into the last 20 minutes of the game, when the Italians are slowing even more at the back, getting tired, then you've got that chance to bring on a Sancho. You've got that chance to bring on maybe a Rashford, maybe a Rashford as well, who's got that pace. And Grealish. Grealish should definitely be coming on instead of Henderson.
Grealish changed the game when he came on. Grealish did.
Grealish, helped a lot. He helped a lot when he came on. But bringing on Henderson was balmy.
What do you think?
Balmy. He had to sub him off again. Henderson had to be fucking subbed off.
Why bring Henderson on then sub him off? Yeah, because you've got penalties. Well, surely you look into your subs and you go, right, if it goes to pens, I've got these 3 takers. He done it. Normally in a penalty shootout, you ask them if you're going to take a pen. Do you want to take a pen? Do you want to take? That's what the Italians did. So why didn't we not do that? Oh, we already had set penalty takers.
Daya, what do you think?
Nah, I don't.
Go on, Daya, take it away.
I get a word in edgeways now.
I know. I didn't know this.
Oh, sorry, Daya. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Sam. I think you got the lineup wrong. Right, I think Grealish should have started. He switched Sterling to the right. Fair enough, okay. But Mount up the left. No, not for me, sorry. And I thought Mount had a very poor game. He stayed on the pitch far too long. I'd have hooked him off at half-time.
Yeah.
And I agree totally about the pace. We had no creativity in midfield whatsoever. I don't know. God knows why he took Declan Rice off, because Declan Rice was having an awesome game. He wasn't tired.
No, he wasn't.
Phillips was having a great game as well, but he looked more tired than Declan Rice. Yeah. I didn't understand that. Taking Rice off the court, I just did not get. I'm not saying that because he plays for West Ham, but he was apart from
he had a good game.
One error.
He had a great game. Yeah, he had a great game. Rice was playing really well. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he shut down everything. In the Italian midfield and the forwards coming forward and whatever. Yeah. He shut it all down. He had a great game. Yeah, to take him off was just a fucking joke, right?
So many mistakes,
We're all playing the nation now. Oh, Gareth Southgate's a good man. He's a nice bloke. Yeah, he is. And he got it right most of the tournament. But sorry, he got it totally, totally wrong. All the way through. I think the occasion that got to him, he's trying to get subs on just before he couldn't get his subs on at the end. Those 2 subs, he left it so late. It looked like they weren't going to get on the pitch.
Yeah.
You know,
no, shit the bed, didn't he? Completely
the
shit the
lineup
bed.
was wrong. I just don't know what Jack Grealish has done, especially against the Italians, right? We saw at the end, they're having to resort the fouls all the time. Typical Italian team. When they were getting tired and the pace was coming at them, they were having to pull them down. You know, they won't tackle Sacco down. Imagine Jack Grealish from the start, carrying the ball.
Hey, you know what? Listen, I being a neutral, I'll be honest with you, being a neutral and still loving the olden game, right? I'd be honest with you, some of them tactical fouls I fucking loved, I'll be honest with you. I did.
Yeah,
and
but you
know
can't.
what? And I know it's naughty. I know it's very naughty.
It is naughty. It needs punished. When did he never put he lost his yellow cards, I thought.
Yeah,
more yellow cards.
They got away with a lot there.
And when Sterling went, what was it? Was it Sterling when he was free and he got thingy pulled back? That should be a red for me.
Yeah. If I'm honest,
the trouble is the stigma of Sterling goes with him, mate, because he does fucking dive a lot of the time as well. And referees aren't daft.
Guys,
if you do something too often, I thought Sterling had a shit game himself. He won in the game.
No, he's too selfish, very selfish.
Yeah. If I'm honest with you guys, as a neutral looking in, I commend the referee for his performance yesterday, because I'm from an era where you leave a game flow, and in all fairness to the referee, he tried to leave a game flow as much as it was a few dodgy decisions, in a modern game. But even that bloody stamp on Grealish,
I'll tell you what, Brownie. I would have fucking loved to have seen what you would have done if this was Wales against Italy, and that Chiellini pull back Gareth Bale by the neck like that, dragged him back.
I would have been gone mad.
You would have been off your fucking trolley making 5 videos a day. You would.
He'd be making 10 videos, man. He'd be on his 10-foot blow down.
Burgers would be flying through the air.
No. Hey, I'm saying I'm talking as a neutral. You are right, and I probably would have gone. What are you on about? 15 videos, 25 videos,
25 videos. Fucking hell! The YouTube algorithm would be going blown up.
I don't think as a whole, because I do think nowadays VAR can bloody pick referees.
But VAR
take a game back bloody 10 seconds.
VAR was never used once in the final. Never used once.
I actually commend. I actually commend the referees in this tournament. I don't commend.
Oh yeah, they've been good. There's been some good ones and bad ones, but yeah.
I don't commend people in the VAR. People in the VAR room or wherever they are.
They've been shite.
But the actual referees, I think they've been good.
Yeah, the standard's been quite good overall, I must say.
But then you need to bring it to the domestic league now. That standard needs to stay. We can't.
Well, we're not, because they're not. Most of the referees aren't English, are they? They're good referees.
The English referees need to learn from the tournament. Need to learn from that.
Yeah,
right.
I hope so.
Steve,
sorry.
What is Global 247 thought of it?
Global 247, for what I've read. Is embarrassed by the English fans' behaviour. Has called out the keyboard warriors for their racism.
Yeah.
Which is just fucking not on. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking nerds, mate. We all know what. I was trying to watch the final last night. Some fucking nerds coming on fucking on Twitter giving up. What's a fucking game, for fuck's sake? He's having a pop at Randy about some fucking thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's exciting, mate. It's just. I'm fucking falling out of love with it all, to be honest. Not football itself, but
it's a disgrace. The fans as well. I don't commend any fan last night. Them fans were
not fans, mate. They're not fans, Nath, are they? They're like what I said to my daughter this morning. I said, she lives in Wales. And I said, these are people who latch on to a tournament when it's on. Right? They probably don't even go and support a fucking team week in, week out like we do. Right? They remind me very much of the Welsh when there's, and this is not having a pop of the Welsh, by the way.
When it's rugby day.
When it's rugby day in Wales, right? It's an international game on. People turn out just to go and watch Wales. Yeah. Right? They wear a daffodil on their head, sing the national anthem.
Just to go on a
half of them don't even know the fucking rules to the game when they go. But fair enough, it's a day out. It's a day out. Right?
I'll pick you up on that, dear. Just to get on a piss, right?
Well, I don't get, but there's nothing wrong with going on the piss. It's a good day out.
International the other day, right? We had international the other day. They banned alcohol sales. We had about 5,000 in a 70,000 stadium because they banned alcohol sales.
Well,
that tells you something, doesn't it, though? That tells you something.
That's my point. I've done it in Wales. I've gone to a Welsh rugby international. I fucking hate egg chasing, but it's a day out with the lads on the piss, right? But if there's a fight in rugby, it's called high jinks, by the way. They call it high jinks in the Welsh media. It's not a fight, it's high jinks. Because fucking fighting does go on in Cardiff City Centre. International. Anyway, we're going on a different subject there. But these fucking idiots, right? The trouble is the new breed of football fan, and I'll take Nathan out of this, right? Because he's only a youngster. But the youngsters today are all fucking nerds, right? And what they do, they sit in their fucking bedrooms on these fucking football forums, they hide behind, I don't know, Spicy Rat, they call themselves, or fucking, or some fucking stupid name like that. Cardiff City Forum is one of the worst ones for it, right? But they're all like it, yeah. And what they do, they just fucking snipe away all day, poison. They watch a football game, they lose a football game, and so then they think, because they crave attention, these nerds. Look at me. Otherwise, he wouldn't be writing it in the fucking first place. Now, these nerds would never come up in the pub and say it to you. They wouldn't go up to a black bloke and call him a N-word or whatever, because they got no bollocks, right? Yeah. But they get away with it on their keyboard. And I don't think they're actually trying to be. I bet deep down they're not actually racist people, right? I bet you they're just calling people monkeys, for instance. The 3 monkeys on my chest was one of them, right? Just to attract attention. Look at my tweet. Look at my post. Fucking wankers, right? Bring back national fucking service. Slam the fuckers in there, right? And get some respect back in your life. That's what I say. Yeah, I think it's fucking disgusting. You can only blame the fucking parents.
Oh, yeah.
They're brought up on the council estate with parents that are down the pub to fucking midnight. Not looking after their kids or teaching them any fucking standards.
No, they're just out running around all day and night.
One thing when I'm living in Spain, I never see any behaviour like that whatsoever. A family-orientated country, right? Apart from where Brownie lived with all the druggies, right? A family-orientated. Spain is a family-orientated. He lived down with the fucking mobsters and the fucking druggies, didn't he? In fucking Estepona. And they're all the Brits. All the bloody Moroccans. You know, you live in a nice place in Spain, right?
No.
And it's a family-orientated fucking... It is. Sorry, bro. You can shake the fucking head all you want, mate, but it is. You watch a Spanish beach on a fucking Sunday afternoon. They got the pagoda up. They got all the family, grandparents. It's a family unit.
It's a different culture. It's a family culture.
Here in England, your parents are on the fucking benefit. They're down the fucking Nag's Head. The kids are left home alone, right? Watching fucking videos, doing what they want.
Running out the streets. Running out the streets all night.
Yeah. We're a nation of fucking slobs.
Yeah, hang on, just before we go on, can I just ask you something? Brownie, I've got to ask you something. Just before we go on, I've been contacted by Gary because he can't get into your chat still. So I was just wondering. I don't know how to do it, Sam. Yeah, I'll tell you afterwards. It's okay, but he's asking if he can come on. I can send him the link if you want. Let him on? No worries. Okay, I'll send him a link. Fine, yeah.
Well, can you send a link then, Sam?
Yeah, I'll send him the link now. I'll send it to him now.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. I do apologise. I have question marks about Dia and some of Dia. I know where you live, my friend. And Fengarola isn't, or sons.
You're trying to tell me, Fernando's in the chat. He'll fucking tell you. He's Spanish, right? You're telling me that the Spanish way of life, they're not family orientated.
They are.
You did, you walk around Spain when you lived there with your fucking eyes shut.
Okay, right, listen, right. Hang on. Leslie is back in a chat. We all know that you have been feeling good lately. Dia is your best mate, as you know, and hope you're feeling better. Louis, Forza Italia. Randy, it's coming to Rome. Randy,
Randy, don't you worry. I'll get you back next
I
time
want to
when
pick
something
Randy up
happens.
on something, right?
When England win.
Because
Something.
before the penalty, I have to say this, before the penalties even started, no one knew who the penalty took. I had a message off Randy, and he said, because Steve, you know, he's an Arsenal fan, and he doesn't rate Saka as much as many others. And Randy said to me, you watch Saka miss a penalty and lose it for England. That was an incredible bloody. You know, if he had put money on,
I gotta be honest. As soon as I saw Saka was taking the penalty, I knew he was going to miss.
Yeah, no. At the time he sent it, no one knew. No one knew. They were still in a huddle. No one knew who was taking it.
Yeah, but you kind of did. You kind of did because you seen the players' faces.
Come on, though. Let's go to penalties. Right?
Anyway, Forza Italia.
Come on. Hang on a minute. Let's get back to fucking old school football here.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
I want to say something.
Hang on. Shut up. It's my show. Right. What I was just because you got 1,000 subs now, Brownie.
No, I just want to
Gary's here. Gary's here. He says he's here, so you can bring him on if you want.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Taking a penalty's not fucking hard, is it? Right?
No.
Right.
There he is. Hi, Guy. How are you, my friend?
Right. Taking the penalty's not hard. Right? You get up, you thump the ball as hard as you can, left or right or down the middle. Right?
Yeah.
Look at the great penalty takers in the day. Jimmy Case, Julian Dix, Ray Stewart. You could go on and on with penalty takers. Peter Lorimer, right? For years, taking the penalty's a piece of piss. Right? Now they fucking do this jig-jag fucking run-up and all the fancy stuff. They fuck it up every time.
Yeah.
Why not just go and smash
Maguire's penalty was quality.
Maguire's penalty. But you want 5 of those penalties.
Yeah.
Now these fuckers are paid 100 grand a week to fucking kick a ball for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you know what, Dave?
If they can't smash a ball into the back of the net.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I'll tell you what, to move on from what you're saying, Daya. What I don't understand with the professional football players, these guys, like you say, this is what they do day in, day out. It's not like you and me trying to take a penalty. These guys, they're fucking red hot, supposed to be at this anyway. But what I don't understand is why they don't go high, because the goalkeeper can't go high. He's never going to go high. Why don't they go high? I never get it. I never get that.
I tell you what.
Hook some fucking targets as you used to in the old days in the back of the net and fucking ping that fucking ball at the target.
Right, let's welcome Gary to the. Hi, Gary.
Yeah, sorry, Gary.
Hello, everybody.
Gary, I don't know if you've been on a show with Daya and Tufty, but say hello to everybody anyway.
Hello, Daya, and is it Nathan or what is it?
It's Nathan, yeah.
It is Nathan.
It's
okay.
Tufty, Gary. It's Tufty.
It's Tufty.
Tufty guy. Get out.
Sam and Brownie and everybody in the chats. Thank you. Yeah, no. As soon as Daya was talking about penalty kicks, my thing is it's always in the head. It has nothing to do with anything.
The mindset, innit?
Think about it. It's like free throws in basketball. It's like singing in front of a crowd. All things they can sing in the shower, but they put them in front of 1,000 people. They can't do it, right? It's stage fright. That's what it is. It's stage fright.
Yeah, but surely your stage fright kicks in then when you're walking out the tunnel in front of 90,000 fans or whatever it is. Yeah. That's the time of stage fright.
Yeah, some people want that though.
You're putting the ball on the spot, and all you got to do is welly the fucking thing.
I was watching Rashford's. Rashford's penalty.
How did he miss it though? I don't understand.
He was doing a jinking run, as they had said.
Why? Just welly it.
Because apparently, once the penalty taker starts his run, he can't come back. Right? He can't come back. He's just reduced his the kind of length into the football until he can hit the ball. he was expecting Donnarumma to move, and Donnarumma did not move. And Rashford absolutely shit himself. He didn't have a clue what he was going to do then.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And you could
Yeah, but if he'd run up and smash the fucking thing, you wouldn't have to worry about it, would
I
you?
agree.
Fucking hell.
But I tell you what,
Get Dia as England's penalty coach next World Cup. Let's get Dia.
People look like they can fucking kick the fucking, can they?
Hey, I tell you what, and I know Sam have been going on about this guy for months and months, but I was questioning the hype about Donnarumma, but this tournament,
he's fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
He's fantastic. He's such a good keeper. Yeah.
It's like he's on steroids.
He had it easy. I'm not being funny. He had it easy with those penalties.
I'm not on about the penalties.
They were puffy, soft penalties, mate. Right?
I'm on about
all you got to do with a penalty, right? Like you put it high, as Sam exactly said. Fucking training can't be hard. You get a target, you put one in the left, one in the right, and you keep fucking banging it. Just like a golfer learns how to hit a fucking golf ball, for fuck's sake. Come on. We're talking fanny.
Right. But Donnarumma, he had a fantastic tournament. He's made so many classy saves. He's a fantastic goalkeeper. He's got an amazing. The way he covers the goal is amazing. He's got such a fantastic. What's it called? I'm trying to think of the word. But he can get to the ball so quickly, and he covers so much of the goal. He's so classy. He's 22 years old.
I know.
And he's already played over 300 first-team professional games. He started for AC Milan at 17.
I'm wondering, Sam, right?
And he went on a free to Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah.
He's going there. I know he's going there now, yeah.
If he had held off not signing for anybody until after the tournament, I wonder how much more he would have had in his back pocket for signing on fee and his wages.
Yeah,
because
I don't know.
He went from Milan on a free transfer, didn't he?
Yeah. A fantastic goalkeeper. 22 years old. Wow. Wow.
Just imagine what he's going to be like in the next couple of years once he builds his profile.
Yeah. 2 years. He's 2 years and he'll be in his prime, and wow, what a goalkeeper.
That also, just think about it. All the teenagers and the 21 and 20-year-old players in this tournament, right? They're going to be around for another 10 years, right? Damsgaard, is that how? Did I say it right? Damsgaard, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you just think Saka, just even though it didn't end out the way he wanted. I mean, he's 19. He's not going anywhere.
You've got Mount will improve. It's his first tournament.
So this tournament showed there's a lot of youth in all the countries. I mean, like you look at it, in all the countries there was a player in their 20s, low 20s, that's going to be around for a while. So it should be good going forward. The World Cup should be really great.
Yeah, you know what? England could win the World Cup on this whole tournament performance.
Not with Southgate. We will.
You're just saying that, Brownie. You're just saying that. 5 seconds ago,
we need someone else. We need someone else in Southgate.
Who are you going to bring in? Who is it to bring in?
I'll be honest with you. I was shitting myself.
I've got someone for England. I've got someone for England, but I'm not going to say who because everyone would just go fucking mental. They would go mental.
Wenger is probably what you're going to say, right?
No.
Not that crazy.
Wenger would be good. Wenger would be good, but he's not into it anymore. I don't think he's going to go back into football. But the one person I think would I listen. This is my opinion, just based on the type of guy he is, what he brings to the table, and basically where he is at the moment as well in his career. I would say, and I think people are probably going to think this is controversial, and he's not going to come now because you'll know why he's not coming now because he just started a new job. But for me, Mourinho.
Nah, not having that boring football.
Mourinho. Let me tell you why. Because with Mourinho, right, he can't handle all the day-to-day stuff and all of that backwards and forwards and all of that stuff because he just gets into too much trouble. But just now and again, a bit in and out like with the international football is. And then he's very, very good tactically still with good players. He's good tactically. And he motivates players. He can motivate players, you know. And for me, he's a hell of a lot better than what Southgate is. And we need to upgrade. We need to upgrade on Southgate. You know, we can't have Southgate.
We can't.
It's just my opinion.
I know. And we can't. We've got to give credit Southgate for this tournament.
Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, Nathan. Listen, yes, Southgate put. I think he disproved a lot of people, and he turned around a lot of doubters, including myself, in that he has gone up in my esteem as well, in the way I look at him. But at the end of the day, like Daya said, like everyone's saying, at the end of the day, when it really counts, you get to the final, he completely shit the bed, and that is where you need someone who is that elite level. Who, when you get there, that's when you're doing your best. You know, that's when you're actually at your best.
So
for me, Mourinho's a serial winner. Mourinho's a serial winner. He wins big, huge trophies. A serial winner. He knows he's got that elite mentality. That's why I would like him. That's my opinion. I was
just gonna say, so do you believe, in Russ, that just give him some time, and maybe in the World Cup he'll make it further than he did this time?
Hang on. You're claiming Southgate, then, do you? On a Saturday night, do you shits a bed every fucking Saturday night?
It's that curry, innit? It's that dodgy curry, innit?
Does Big Sam have a chance to be returning England manager?
Well, that's never going to happen, is it? That's never going to happen.
Why?
I agree. I totally agree with what Sam has just said. Mourinho was. I'm not saying sack Southgate, by the way. He's going to the World Cup. We get behind him again. But he's done well. Don't get me wrong. He's done very, very well. Right?
Southgate, is he though? Because there's still rumours about he could go.
Well, he said today he's going to Quaker. But we never know. Do you? He might get offered a club job manager and go for the money. You don't know, do you? But Southgate's done well because he's brought what he's done. He's actually got English players playing with English players because he's had that team squad since they were under 23s and so forth, under 21s and all that era coming through. So he hasn't just had to pick players from the Premiership and put them all together like someone like Mourinho would have to do, right? But if Mourinho was appointed England manager, I'd be over the moon. I got to be honest, I totally agree with Sam. Some people love him, some people loathe him. But when it comes to big-time football, big game like that, we'd have never lost that last time.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. He would have done it. He would have done the job,
He would have got us over the line. But that's not going to happen. I can't see it happening.
Yeah.
No, he's gone to Rome now, hasn't he? He's gone to Rome.
Yeah.
Exactly. So...
the Italy manager's really good. I like him.
Mancini, fantastic. What a manager. Yeah.
He was unlucky to get the sack in Man City, really, wasn't he, to be fair.
Yeah. He still won the league, didn't he? He won the league, didn't he?
He still won everything, didn't he? Yeah.
He won everything at Man City.
Fucking hell. Good manager.
Well, that's the difference, though, Sam. Mancini on the England bench.
Yeah, exactly.
On the Italian bench.
He saw the tactical change he made in the second half. He moved Insigne and Chiesa. He moved them into the middle to go through our middle, and with Henderson there, it worked. With Henderson, that was it. It worked. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah. No, I agree, mate. I agree. Hey, I'm not going to sit here and knock Southgate because he's done better than any other England manager.
That is true. That is true.
We can't knock him for that, but he got the final totally wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and that's not just saying because we lost. I said my lineup, although Foden was injured, I would have played Foden in the start, and I'd have started Grealish as well, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, Grealish.
Gone at the Italians, gone at them with pace. Those Italians would have been on the back foot, right? They would have been fouling left, right, and centre. There would have been a red card somewhere along the lines.
Yeah.
Right? We had it. We should have buried them in the first half. We should have finished the job in the first.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
We were 1-0 up, right? And we were all over them. Right, and if we had gone on and attacked and run at that Italian defence, of course, would have gone in 2-0 up.
I just don't get why we sat so deep. It was a tactical decision by Southgate. I mean, it has to be, right? Because the players they're not going to want to do that.
You saw the same dip in the way that the team played in every other game. We score, and for like 20, 30 minutes, you just saw the attack just disappear. You saw Kane drop back so much that it's really hard to put an attack in. You saw that consistently. The difference was you had an extra attacker on the field. You took one away, changed your structure, so now it looks even worse, right? So now it looks worse when you go back and you kind of they kind of fall asleep at the wheel all the time. They do it all the time. They don't have that one.
That's a good way to sum it up, Gary. Fell asleep at the wheel. They do fall asleep at the wheel.
Yeah. For 50, 60 minutes, they were doing that. And then Italy said, you know what? These guys aren't going to change. And put their subs in, made a difference. And, you know, it would have been great to see Grealish and Saka come in that 60, 70th minute just to see energy boost. Because they were dying, right?
Yeah,
and that should have never been. That should have been like the last thing. The last thing England should have had was any dip because they were worn out.
Because one of England's best areas was actually the bench. England's strength on the bench was far superior than any other team in the competition.
Yeah, but this is the first time, isn't it? You've been allowed to use 5 subs.
I know.
And you don't use 5. You got fresh legs all there with knackered players on the pitch.
Pace, got pace as well.
Before the 90th minute, I think 2 was it?
You use 2. Yeah. How do you use 2 subs in the 120th minute?
One of them was Henderson. One of them was Henderson, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. Anyway, I wanted to take off. I wanted to take off. I wanted like after about the 50th minute or so. I wanted to take off Sterling. Bring on Sancho for Sterling. I'd like to have seen that. And when you're taking off Trippier, I'd have brought on Grealish. Brought on Grealish for him. And so. But anyway, we should have brought on the Saka as well. We did bring on Saka, but we needed more pace together with him. We needed to bring on that pace. Bring on Sancho. Maybe even bring on Rashford to get him in there somehow. Just get that pace, go at him, and we could have beaten. We could have definitely beaten, especially if we kept a high line. And pressurize them, because they you see that's when they struggle when they're under pressure. But we just sat back.
We actually started doing it in the second half of extra time, didn't we?
Yeah. Right at the end.
Way on top.
Yeah. Right at the end.
It was crazy to see the Italians could not get out of their defensive third for a lot of that early part of in that first half. They couldn't get out. They were just stuck there, and every time they tried, nope.
And it worked, and that worked. And then all of a sudden, we're like, no, let's just sit back. I mean, I can't get it. I just can't get it.
I don't get it, mate. You're never going to hang on to a leader, put it that way, from the 3rd minute, are you?
No way.
Right, let's go to chat.
They've all been wrapped up in the first half, that game.
I know. Let's go to chat.
I predicted 3 or 4-0. And if they applied the right tactics, that's what it would have been.
Yeah.
Get the next one, game over.
Yeah,
if they had to come forward to try to score, we'd have caught them again.
Right. Russ says Nathan is awake for once. I don't know if he is, actually. The Budweiser kid. Newcastle shitter.
Mr. Bungle in the house.
Mr. Bundle says, too much swearing on this channel. I've had to cover Granny Norma's cobweb years, bless her. Right. Argentina winning the World Cup. I'm calling Emery Martinez my keeper. No, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if anyone else seen the Copa America tournament, but the Copa America, the standard is far lower than anything European. Who's that?
It's not me.
Oh, it's him, is it? He's come back. Right, Copa America. So South American teams against European teams. I don't know if any of you watched it, but the standard, you're not going to get a World Cup winner from South America. That's virtual guarantee.
No, not unless they improve.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna look like Spain, right? I mean they can score, but that's about all they can do. And if you can squash that, they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Spain can only score some goals. Morata, they haven't got a striker. Spain.
And Ian says, a couple of years ago, I'd agree with you regarding Mourinho. Now he's off the boil, just like Wenger.
I would say to Southgate, you've got one more tournament. try and win it.
Oh, we
And
got
then-
the two Southgate outs in the chat, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan wants him out.
I don't
Yeah,
agree with
long enough.
Southgate out. No.
Cheddar says, "Hi, Cheddar. Hope you're well. How's the Illuminati fucking day going?" Cheddar's mad on Twitter. I'll be honest with you, he is proper mad.
Well, what's he been doing?
He makes me laugh. I tell you, Cheddar does make me laugh on Twitter. He says Southgate's done a brilliant job for England. He's got young players coming
Nobody
through.
can deny that. Nobody's denying that.
No one's denying that. We're just
Nobody's
trying to
denying
look through to
that.
the future.
Nobody's saying any different to that. Southgate, as I said, has done a fantastic job. Got England to the final and lost on penalties. But he did get it wrong yesterday. And you can't, you know, we've got to admit that. I'm not going to blame him for it. People make mistakes. We all make mistakes. But Southgate made mistakes yesterday that cost us winning the tournament.
Randy said Sacco's useless. There's no more time. I agree.
Let's not get on young players' backs, though.
I don't know.
He had a good tournament for me. He had a good tournament.
Nath, I doubt he's watching, mate.
No, but I just think that we've got to look at Saka had a good tournament.
Yeah.
Saka's only young.
19, yeah.
He's only 19, and
I mean, if that was a 22, 24-year-old player coming in, you can say that, especially in that type of game. What 19-year-old comes in that situation is supposed to be the savior for the team when he's the only thing? He was the first player to come in, right? That was going on the attacking side, right? You're asking a lot. You're asking a lot, especially when the team is basically starting to dip in form. They're not.
And wasn't it Saka's first season at Arsenal this season as well?
Well, it's his second, really. I mean, he did play. This is his first full one. First full one season, as a first team.
Yeah, first full season as a starting player.
Yeah, and then getting called up for England. Imagine that.
But Matt says, and it's a good point, I have to say. Armchair managers again. How many finals have you seen England in your lifetime? They beat us. Did they beat us in 120 minutes? We lost some penalties.
Matt Cox. I think what you need to understand what we're trying to say here. We're not saying Southgate's a bad manager. We've all said he's proved a lot of people wrong. He's had a good tournament. Getting to the final is a very, very good achievement. There's no doubting that. And yes, he has done a good job. But when you first get to the final and you get there and you want to get over the finish line, for me and for many others, and Daya has been saying the same, he completely shit the bed. And that's just an honest analysis of what happened yesterday, and that's not going against what he did earlier in the tournament. We had a fantastic game against Germany, beating them. We had a fantastic game against Ukraine, absolutely, beating the crap out of them. And then when we get into the final, when it all counts, then unfortunately Southgate made some very strange decisions, and it just didn't work.
Got Dan CFC. I know it's slightly off the cuff, but I'd like to answer it. He's said it more than one time in a chat. Any more news about the Cardiff? Do you got anything? I've got a little bit, but
still trying to get him at his.
Yeah, Joseph Pedderol, the host of LGGree.tv, has tweeted maybe a day ago, 2 days ago. He's saying that Real Madrid are doing all their business in the last 2 weeks of July. And that includes settling, come to agreements with players, and also Real Madrid's only signing during this pre-season. Now, Pedro, he's a bit of a wanker, I'll be honest with you, but he does get a lot of his stuff on. And what he said is that we're only signing this season, or this pre-season, is going to be Mbappe. That's what he said. And he said that all the transfer thing is going to be sorted within the last 2 weeks of July. So, God knows what. Does that include Bale? God knows.
Well, it could well be Bale go to Cardiff in July, yeah.
And Arian says, England will never win anything under Southgate. He cocks up when it matters. 3 substitutions, basically right on full time, extra time.
Yeah, one of the several criticisms, isn't it? There's plenty of criticism for Southgate, unfortunately, in the final. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth.
Right, we can't get away with it, guys. We can't get away with it. We're going to have to talk about our field activities yesterday. Our Global 247 reporting it there.
Well, it was embarrassing, mate. Very embarrassing. Like I said earlier, it's pond life.
Yeah.
They don't normally go to football. Right? I doubt very much they go to the Emirates or they go over to the London Stadium or Stamford Bridge or anywhere like that. I think it's just pissheads hanging on to a tournament, going for a few beers and then arranging to storm the gates.
It's a disgrace, though.
It is a disgrace.
You can't.
And the security, as we've known it football now, of late, is they scrimp on the stewards, don't they?
Mm.
The stewards can't. Our days of going international football, there was coppers everywhere, wasn't there? You don't see many coppers in football anymore, right? They're all replaced with stewards. We can't blame a steward, can you? He's on £10 an hour. He's given a fluorescent jacket, right? And an earphone to plug in his ear hole, and he's meant to be a security guard. That's the truth, though. So you've got the lads storming at you. What are you going to do? Defend your £10 an hour? Of course you're not. Have you got a coach you can pull out? No, you haven't.
Yeah.
But there was reports. There was 2 security breaches. Now the FA announced there was 2 security breaches. There was more than 60,000 in the stadium. There was at least 85,000 in that stadium. At least.
Okay. I mean, you guys noticed I'm keeping quiet.
Yeah.
I'm keeping quiet on this conversation so far. Gary, do they have issues like this in American stadiums?
Do they have what?
Do they have security issues like this in American stadiums?
Security issues? No. I mean, usually
they just shoot you. They just shoot you over there.
No, usually around the stadiums though, it's all parking, and usually parking is reserved for those that are going to the match. So you would have to try to walk in, and that's not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time, that's what's going to happen there. But if you go into a basketball arena, for example, it could be similar to that, but they definitely have police and security there, just because there are idiots that will congregate there that. But usually they try not.
When I used to go to the Indy 500 in Indianapolis, right, there was 600,000 people in the crowd, right? Yeah, and you would walk in and walk out. You wouldn't even get in a queue. It was that well organised, mate.
Yeah. The reason in which I haven't jumped on his bandwagon, right, is because I didn't.
Because you were one of them.
Brownie was one of them.
While we're on this show, who's got the football ban in order? Have you been banned from football, Sam?
A hypocrite. I didn't want to come across as a hypocrite. That's why I haven't said anything. Right? when I was younger, and Steve, you would also agree with me on this, right? Although you're slightly older than me, it was still, when we were younger, it used to be kind of like a badge of honor in getting into a ground without a ticket. Do you know what I mean? However,
years ago.
However,
different stadiums, wasn't it?
However, then Hillsborough happened, and that changed the mindset of fucking everyone.
It did,
including the security. Right?
You know what they got wrong yesterday? They allowed people up Wembley Way who didn't have tickets.
Exactly. That's where it all went wrong. Exactly where I was going to lead on to this, because some of the security additional measures after Hillsborough was that you couldn't go down certain streets leading up to the stadium. Leading up to the ground.
Why did they let people on Wembley Way? That's what I don't understand.
That's where it all went wrong.
Yeah.
Was there too many of them? Was there not enough security?
Not enough security. Not enough security.
So if you've got Wembley Way packed and only half of them got tickets, you're saying 20 extra thousand got in the ground, Nate, for you. Yeah. That's a lot of people. You've got 20,000 people storming at your gates.
Yeah.
and let's be honest, right? There's been many European Cup finals, I would say, in the last 10 years, maybe say 15, just to right? Been many European Cup finals where, fans have already stormed the gate. There was rumours about when Celtic were in Sevilla when they played Porto, Liverpool when they were when they played Milan. And they come
Istanbul,
back
Istanbul, wasn't it?
Istanbul, yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool again. I'm not having a go at Liverpool here, but they.
They do turn up a lot of times without tickets, don't they?
Yeah, a lot of them.
I'm not going down that avenue. What I'm saying is that
you don't want you go snowflake. The fact is, Scousers turn up without tickets. We all know.
And the Storm St James's Park as well.
Yeah.
It was an 8 o'clock kickoff.
I think the issue also is that you had the Euros played in multiple countries. Typically, you just have it in the one country, and you're sorted in terms of all of your logistics and stuff. So I think by spreading it around, teams didn't give it the same kind of attention and detail as they would if it was in there. Like if they had if it was in England, if it was in London or England for the whole time, there is no way they would have let it get to that point where they didn't have enough security to do it. But since it was spread around, I think it got it didn't get the first class kind of attention that it would usually, because that's pretty bad, right? If you're thinking of holding a World Cup or something like that, and you look at that, you go, if they can't handle the Euros, how are they going to handle the World Cup? It's going to be worse, right?
Yeah.
So
but it then falls on the FA and the government then, doesn't it? Of why was there not many security there? It's a final. You've got to look at that. That's a security breach.
Guys, I'm going to have to knock us. I know that we're going in full flow, but I'm going to have to knock us on the head, right? I really am.
Let's all go over the day's banter show and carry on the subject then. Because if you can't get a decent show on here anymore, let's move channels, ladies and gentlemen.
More than welcome. But I just want to take this opportunity as well. Thank everybody. Thank everyone. Everyone has been on, because this is the last daily roundup, unfortunately. We're going to try and do it on a weekly thing, maybe on a weekend after all the league games have been played. We'll try and do like the YouTube version of Match of the Day, maybe. I just want to thank each and every one of you in the chat, all the previous people that's come on, throughout this month, because I hope that this month of has helped bring the channel to people's attention. I think whether the chat has been bollocks or good.
I just want to congratulate you, Brownie, on getting to your 1,000 subs.
Yep.
Yeah,
congratulations, Brownie.
Yeah, you're a good old mate of mine. You're a good old mate of mine, but sadly, this is my last appearance on your show. You're just slagging off England for a month, right? And also, you don't pay any fees to your guests to to get some income in, mate.
Well, you never know now. You never know. I had a couple of...
Gary, don't forget, mate, subscribe to the Day's Banter Show, mate.
All right, I'm moving over. Move over,
buddy.
And also, subscribe to Nathan's Football. Well, not Nathan's Football Watch. Nathan's Watch-alongs. I need one more subscriber for 130 subs, so let's do this.
Well, I need 3 for 50.
Hey, let's get Daya up there.
Right, guys, I'm going to have to make a move. Guy, where can they find you?
You can find me, I guess, the season's going to start to pick up, but on DWTT on YouTube. If you type in DWTT Arsenal, you'll see me in there. I typically have after the post-game reactions is what you're going to see from me going forward. So you can look at me there. Or, as you can see there, don't waste a tweet on Twitter if you want to see what I have to say there. Yeah.
Sam, where can I
mark it down?
Yeah.
I'm just on Twitter. That's at 1980_Greenwood, or else I'm on different panels like this with crazy nutcases like this normally. So I'm around on different channels. But yeah, it's been good fun. Thanks for doing it.
Where can I find you?
Yeah, you can find us on Nathan's Watch-alongs, also on Twitter as well.
And Daya, where can people find you if they want to find you?
Well, you won't find me on the football with Brownie, but you will find me on the day's banter. The day's banter.
And
I might be partnering up with Sam Greenwood, actually. We're going on a 50-50 split on the cash. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea, Sam, don't you?
Yeah, very, very good idea. We're very professional. We are. We're just, you know.
Gotta see this channel. Gotta see this show. Gotta see this show.
Russell, what channel are you going on? You go. I can't do it, but are you going to go on a day's banter?
Yeah, we switch. If people want us to switch over, we can go on now.
No worries. We'll get over to the day's banter and.
We'll let Sam run his first show. Sam, my new business partner, is coming in 50-50 split, and he's going to run the show. I'll sit in and help him. I've just got to check that he's good enough, but I'm sure he is. So,
hey, Sam, bit of advice. I've been on 50-50 splits with Dave before.
No, I've always been your boss, Browner. You've never been on a 50-50 split.
Right, listen, I'm going to have to go, guys. I'm going to have to go. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, hurry up. We've got a show to run. See you later.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's get this show running.